Hey everyone, John here. And these last few years have just been catastrophic for the people who make the things we love. And the reason anything that we love is good is because of the human art that went into it. Art is just the representation of human talent, and that comes in many different ways. The Last of Us is art, Shadow of the Colossus is art, Rhythm Heaven Groove, with this mini game of clapping people on stock images of builders, that's art too. It's all art. And it feels like the higher ups have this total disregard for the people who make these games. And now also the form of which we can enjoy them is being taken away as well with the whole physical media landscape. So you've got Xbox on one hand, just dismantling everybody they have. Like thousands of people have lost their jobs, and this isn't the first time. Thousands of people have lost their jobs before, not that long ago, a year ago. A year before that, a year before that, a year before that. It's always happening. It's software who should be untouchable. They're the grandfathers of the first person shooter. They should not ever be on the chopping board. They've lost 90 people. 90. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then Sony have come in, and in 2028, we're losing physical games entirely. And I only buy games physical. I will buy smaller indie games digital, but I am not spending £60, £70 on a digital void. That's not how I experience things. When I spend that amount of money, which is a large amount, 60, 70, that's a lot, I am not throwing it into a void. I need a tangible thing to come with that. I need to have a box with a cartridge in. I need something that I can attach those memories to. Because more now than ever, it feels like entertainment is content. It is just a hose pipe going straight into our mouth, filling us with content. You get streaming services like Netflix and Disney Plus. I don't know about you, but my wife and I, because we're so tired with kids, we end up watching the same thing a lot. It's rare that we're engaging with this endless stream of content. We find our favorite things, and it gets to the point where it's like, why don't we just own this stuff rather than pay a digital borrowing license every month? Because it all adds up, especially with how many there are and how divided the movies and TV shows are among all of them. And Xbox tried this with Game Pass, and I was a Game Pass subscriber for a while, and I was kind of in on it. And then it got to a point where I think it just clicked that I wasn't actually getting value out of it. You know, I would experience some games for the first time, that's how I experienced Nier Automata for the first time. And I bought it on PlayStation 4 after I finished it because I wanted something to attach my memories to. I didn't buy it on Xbox. And that's how I went with a few games there. But more than any of that, it was that endless stream of games. Like, whoa, look at all this stuff I have. And I'm not going to engage with, and I'm not going to boot this up. I will download games and never play them because I could, because they're on Game Pass. And we see that with digital sales, right? Like, oh, look at all these games that are on sale on Steam, on the eShop, on PSN, on Xbox. I'm going to buy all these and never touch them. You get this sort of dopamine of, I'm getting this for cheap. I'm going to buy it now. And it's just a stream of endless stuff. And when everything is fixed at that top premium price, it does just feel like this is the new thing we're funneling you. Have these gigabytes taken to your console, play the game, and wait for what's next. And the internet landscape does not help with this. You get Nintendo Directs full of games, and people are like, that was pretty good. When's the next Direct? Because I like maybe like 6 things from that. When's the next one? Oh, more stuff. It doesn't feel like we have the time to reflect anymore, the time to really think about how our feelings are on these games. It's dire, dire, dire. And then, today, with mobile, Final Fantasy Ever Crisis is shutting down. Mario Kart Tour is shutting down. You can put real-life money into these games. And they're live service, which means that money is now in the Lost Void. And Mario Kart Tour, that was the only Mario Kart of the Switch generation. Like, we had the spin-off with Live, we had the DLC with the Booster Course Pass, but in terms of a core real Mario Kart, that was it. Final Fantasy Ever Crisis, that was a compilation of remakes based on the original Final Fantasy VII, like reusing assets from the remake, but it also contained like battles from Advent Children, it remade Crisis Core, it remade mobile-only games that have already been lost to time, like First Soldier, and it's lost them again. And, you know, when Derek and I did our discussion about PlayStation going digital, we had a bunch of comments saying like, well, what does it matter? You know, you're going to buy these games anyway. Well, what choice do you have? And the more I thought about it, the more I think I'm just at a breaking point. Like, what am I going to do? Nothing, man. I'm not going to buy these games. I'm not boycotting them. I'm not calling for them to change anything. It's too late for that. They've already closed. They've already changed up their disc producing studio. I'm not expecting it to change, but I don't have to be part of it. I'm not going to buy a PlayStation 6. I have enough games to play already. If Nintendo one day goes digital, I'm out of them too. I will produce videos on retro games constantly. That's what I would do if Nintendo went all digital. Until then, I'll continue playing Nintendo games, but I think I'm more than happy with what I have. I don't need more. It's back to that endless stream of content, right? Like, we don't need to have endless video games. As it is, if you just play on Switch 2, there's already a lot to play. I don't need to have infinite choice when my time is already limited. I don't need to have all that. So, personally speaking, and I'm not calling for everybody to do this, I'm not calling for a boycott. Personally speaking, my decision to what am I going to do if everything goes digital is just I'm done. I don't need to play everything. That's my stance right now. And this last year, I've been replaying every Grand Theft Auto from beginning to end. Played GTA 1, played GTA 2, played GTA 3, played Liberty City Stories, played Vice City Stories, San Andreas, Chinatown Wars, 4, Lost in the Dam, Ballad of Gay Tony, 5. I think that's all of them. Advance, even. Played that as well. In anticipation for 6. And when they announced it was going code in a box, I think I was just conflicted. I was looking around at places like, where can you get this cheaper? And there are places selling it cheaper. There's places selling it for £60 rather than £70. And I thought, like, what am I going to do? This is like the biggest unmissable game. What am I going to do? And I think until this news hit, I was kind of ready to still just be like, okay, let's just do code in a box. But now it's hit where everything's going to be there. And you got to draw the line somewhere, right? And I'm drawing it right now. I'm not buying GTA 6 anymore. We did a discussion recently where I said, like, this is my most anticipated thing. It's not anymore. I can quite easily just say no and play other things. I can have a lifetime of playing other things. I don't need new things. And this is my perspective. This isn't all of GVG. I'm sure others will. Some of them are already digital. Doesn't matter to them. But for me, I am done. I am done. I will buy physical games for as long as they exist. And once they stop existing, I will be done and live in the past. And happily do so. Because there is so much out there made with years of manpower. And I can quite easily and happily live that way. And I will. This isn't performative. This isn't a boycott. This is just how I feel. Maybe there are others out there too. I don't care. That's just my perspective right now. I'm sad where the industry is going, and that is where I'm going when it does go that way. Anyway, though, thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.